home in North Carolina, we emphasize the setup. A few tweaks during practice can lead to major gains on race day.
Megasaurus 55 is really opening up the taps now, their first flyer of the session. This is where we start to see what Porsche 911 RSR 2018 has got under the hood.
That's right, Rob. They're shaking off the cobwebs and really starting to push. It's all about finding that sweet spot between speed and control on the circuit.
Mr. Bang posted a 2:37.451 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Sunoiler's on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine. First impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
Megasaurus 55 is in double gauche. With just 117 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Alright, Megasaurus 55 has put down a 2:35.634. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Porsche 911 RSR 2018.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
These practices, mate, they're like a kangaroo finding its best hop. Once you've got it, you're unstoppable.
Couldn't have put it better. Finding the perfect launch is all about repetition and adjustments.
Now, here's a term some might not be familiar with, roll bar stiffness. Sounds technical, doesn't it?
It does, but in essence, it's about how the car reacts to lateral forces, especially during cornering. Adjusting the roll bar can change how the car behaves mid-corner. A softer setting can be more forgiving, but a stiffer one might give the driver a quicker response, albeit with less margin for error.
Watch It Smells Like We takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob, they're calibrating everything a Euro. The brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
And there's Wayne Pearson, easing out onto Spa OSRW 1.13. It's like the first step on a long hike, finding your footing before you hit full stride.
Right, and every racer knows this outlap is precious. It's their first handshake with the track today, feeling out its mood and temperament.
There goes Smells Like We, on their first dance with Spa OSRW 1.13. Every bend, every straight is a chance to learn, to adapt.
Yep, and it's about syncing with the car too. Making sure everything's in harmony. It's like tuning an instrument before a big concert.
Mr. Bang has a best lap time of 2:30.924. Look at Sunoiler taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
Megasaurus 55's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 2:35.634. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Wayne Pearson is rolling out for the first sniff of the track. It's all about feeling the car, the tarmac, and getting the mind in the zone.
Absolutely, Rob. The out lap is like the opening chapter of a book a Euro. Sets the tone for the whole story. They'll be checking how the car's responding, getting a real feel for the conditions today at Spa OSRW 1.13.
There's Sunoiler, gently nudging the beast as they head out. The out lap is where you whisper to the car, "Let's dance," before the real party starts.
You got that right. It's a gentle waltz before the full-on rock concert of the race. They're testing the waters, getting a feel for every bend and straight of Spa OSRW 1.13.
Sunoiler's on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine. First impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
Avec une comment dire, une météo qui c'est quand même un petit avec une comment dire, une météo qui c'est quand même un petit
And off goes Wayne Pearson, easing into the rhythm of Spa OSRW 1.13. This lap is like the first sip of your morning coffee, waking up the sensors, priming the engines.
Yeah, it's about syncing up with the machine, getting that perfect harmony between driver and car. It's like a prelude to a symphony that's about to unfold on the track.
Watch as Wayne Pearson takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob, they're calibrating everything a euro. The brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
Avec une, comment dire, une météo qui c'est quand même un peu...
I'm Rob the commentator bot. Let's do this.
I'm Hal, Rob's co-commentator. I'm so excited.
Avec une, comment dire, une météo qui c'est quand même un peu... Avec une, comment dire, une météo qui c'est quand même un peu...
And there's Wayne Pearson, easing out onto Spa OSRW 1.13. It's like the first step on a long hike, finding your footing before you hit full stride.
Right, and every racer knows this outlap is precious. It's their first handshake with the track today, feeling out its mood and temperament.
The engines are revving up and the drivers are ready to hit the gas pedal for this qualifying session at Spa OSRW 1.13. Wayne Pearson is on their outlap.
This is the moment they've been preparing for. Let's see if they can execute.
You've joined us on a breezy day here at Spa OSRW 1.13 as we're getting ready to get things underway.
The calm before the storm. I don't know about you, Rob, but I can't wait to see who comes out on top of this one.
Megasaurus 55 has got the inside track starting from pole position.
But they can't afford to get complacent. They will have a target on their back now.
We see Mr. Bang sitting in the second spot.
Mr. Bang is looking on for a strong result.
Taking off from the third grid slot is the skilled driver, Wayne Pearson.
Big things expected for Wayne Pearson today.
And in fourth place, we have Sunoiler. On the 5th grid slot we have Smells Like We. In the blink of an eye, the narrative unfolds. Let's see which racer combines horsepower with erudition to outflank their compatriots.
It's all about keeping a level head and finding your groove. Like dancing to a country tune. One misstep and you're two-stepping right into trouble.
It's brilliant to see such a full grid here today.
What a beautiful day for racing here at Spa OSRW 1.13. This is going to be good to watch.
The pressure is on whilst the field is bunched. Who can keep their cool and take advantage? You know, they say, steady as she goes, and that's exactly what Mr. Bang's doing. Holding on to two, maybe they've got a trick or two up their sleeve for later.
You know, sometimes the best strategy is to hold your cards close to your chest. Mr. Bang's sitting right there at 2, just watching the field unfold.
All the drivers will be trying to take advantage of the pack whilst they're still bunched up. Talk about a rough beginning. Mr. Bang must feel like they've got the world's heaviest anchor attached to their car, dropping positions at the start. There's some intense battling throughout the field as everyone is looking to get off to a good start.
I am so excited at the prospects for this race. I can't wait to see the drama unfold.
It's not going to plan for Sunoiler. They are still behind Megasaurus 55 and the gap is increasing. I don't think they have an answer for this right now. Oi, Smells Like We's giving it a red hot go in 4th. Just a few kangaroo hops behind Wayne Pearson. Might see a cheeky move soon. Now that's how it's done. Smells Like We rips through the track, while Wayne— oh no, what's this? Dodd and Sunoiler in 4th is coming into the pits and that might be to serve a penalty. It's looking good for Sunoiler, sitting in 4th.
Absolutely, and they need to keep driving with determination to stay in that position.
They're giving it everything they've got. It's a battle of nerves as they push the limits of adhesion, going wheel to wheel in a thrilling display of racing prowess.
No doubt about it, Rob. The battle for that same piece of tarmac is intense. The sparks flying in the close quarters racing showcase.
Stop the press. This is a disaster for Sunoiler in the Porsche 911 RSR 2018 coming into the pits and isn't going to do much to improve their chances in this race.
That's going to be a big disappointment for them at this stage. Let's hope the team can regroup and make some sort of recovery.
The action is heating up here as Sunoiler is in 4th, defending from Wayne Pearson, who is only 0.4 seconds away. Tell ya what, Smells Like We's got more followers right now than I do on Insta. Which, to be fair, isn't saying much. Things are getting spicy as Mr. Bang is breathing down Megasaurus 55's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
If Mr. Bang pushes too hard, they might find themselves exploring the scenic route, and nobody's got time for sightseeing during the race.
A great pass for Mr. Wait, blimey. Mr. Bang's just thrown another shrimp on the Barbie of mishaps. This one's burnt.
Seems like Mr. Bang's off-roading it. You know, like my attempts to adult. All over the place.
Like a scene from a thriller, Jack M team's on Wayne Pearson's tail, hungry for that spot. It's a steady race for Jack M team so far. They haven't made any mistakes, and they're maintaining their focus. Hey, Hal, you've had your fair share of races with little action. How did you handle the situation back in your racing days?
Well, Rob, patience is key in such scenarios. You need to stay focused and be ready to seize any opportunity that comes your way. It's like a game of chess at 200 miles per hour.
Megasaurus 55 appears to be trying to find a way round Mr. Bang that could make a move on them in Corby Paul Frere.
Rubbing is racing. Let's hope they don't rub it too hard.
Look at this. Jack M team is practically drafting off Wayne Pearson. With the gap this small, Faines is going to be a real test.
You know, Rob, I wouldn't put it past Jack M team to pull a rabbit out of the hat in this duel. Keep those eyes peeled.
Looks like Megasaurus 50. Hold on a second. Things don't look to be going Megasaurus 55's way, as already they're into the pits. Wayne Pearson is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a tightrope between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely. It's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving. That's where experience and skill come into play. Who will be able to maintain their pace and come out on top?
Well, I'd hold that thought. Hold the phone. Looks like Sunoiler is testing the off-road capabilities of their ride. The gap between Jack M team and Sunoiler is razor thin as they vie for third in this nail-biting contest.
With Jack M team on the hunt, Sunoiler better not blink. Every split second counts in this tango.
Well, crikey, Jack M team's taken a detour just like I did when I tried to change my car's oil. Ended up with a flooded garage. The engines roar, the tires squeal, and amidst all this chaos, Jack M team is making a statement in fifth. The race is heating up as Megasaurus 55 in sixth closes in on Jack M team. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they are going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight. It's like David versus Goliath out there. Megasaurus 55 just slung a stone and gained ground, while Jack M team is left searching for footing.
You see, it's moments like these that separate the champs from the chumps. And Megasaurus 55's looking every bit the champ today.
Look at Jack M team trying to close that gap on Megasaurus 55. Kind of like me trying to get close to a decent Barbie back home.
Barbie? Oh, you mean a barbecue. Yeah, but over here it's like trying to catch the last slice of pizza at a Super Bowl party.
If Jack M team doesn't pick up the pace, hell, they'll be as relevant as an ashtray on a motorbike. The excitement is palpable. This is going to be a race for the ages.
The drivers are executing their strategies to perfection, making the most of every opportunity. This is what top-level racing is all about.
The tension is building as Jack M team trails behind Megasaurus 55. The gap is slowly but surely decreasing, and the pressure is mounting. Can Megasaurus 55 hold on, or will Jack M team be able to close them down?
Speaking of rhythm, have you heard Megasaurus 55's favorite song? Maybe Jack M team can play it to distract them to close that gap. Just a thought.
It's all about consistency for Smells Like We, who is currently first.
Absolutely, Rob. It's like watching a maestro at work. Every move Smells Like We makes is pure art. Hold on to your hat. How?
Mr. Bang is hot on the heels of Smells Like We. The gap's narrowed down to a meager 18.0 seconds.
Smells like we better find a way to step on the gas or else Mr. Bang will be whizzing past before you can say, checkered flag.
Looks like Jack M Team is chasing Megasaurus 55 harder than a croc chasing a tourist who's lost their thongs. It's a bit of a long shot, but we all remember that one time at the pub, right? Blimey, Jack M Team's just clocked the fastest lap. Faster than me rushing to snag the last sausage roll at a Bunnings barbecue. Smells Like We is placed first at the moment. Mr. Bang is gaining on Smells Like We quicker than a croc on a wallaby. It's a blink and you'll miss it situation with 16.7 seconds separating them.
It's gut check time for Smells Like We. They've got to dig deep and put some serious rubber to the road if they hope to stay ahead of Mr. Bang.
Some say it's about the journey, not the destination. But Sunoiler seems pretty intent on that third spot. He's pulling away. Sunoiler is increasing the gap to Wayne Pearson.
Well, butter my biscuit. Sunoiler is holding the reins tight, ain't giving Wayne Pearson a chance to get ahead.
Blimey, Jack M Team is so far back, they might as well stop for a beer at the pub. If they spot my ex there, tell them to drive faster. It looks like Jack M Team is making a move. The gap to Megasaurus 55 is now down to 0.6 seconds.
This is where the race gets really exciting. Both drivers will be pushing to the limit to gain the advantage.
As the laps tick by, Smells Like We finds themselves in first. Every moment counts. Excellent work from Smells Like We, who has managed to increase their lead over Mr. Bang. They seem to have found their rhythm and they are grooving to it. But with every smooth turn, comes the risk of wrecking their car. Who will be the first to push it too far and crash out of the race?
That's right, Rob. These drivers are like musicians, finding their groove and playing their instruments to perfection. But just like in music, even the best players can hit a wrong note. Let's hope none of these drivers make any mistakes and end up singing the blues.
It's an intense battle for position as Jack M Team tries to outmaneuver Megasaurus 55. This is edge of your seat racing.
The chase between Jack M Team and Megasaurus 55 is like a high-speed game of tag only. The stakes are much higher.
Jack M Team is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they are 1.83 seconds down.
Can Jack M Team refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they're capable of?
Ever wonder about the unsung heroes of racing? The pit crew. I reckon their job's as hectic as a barman's on a Friday night in Sydney.
No doubt about it. It's like a pitmaster at a barbecue joint during a lunch rush. Everyone wants a piece, and they've got mere seconds to dish it out and make it perfect.
Hold on to your hats. Jack M Team is gunning for Megasaurus 55. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend?
That's right, Rob. The pressure is palpable. The fans are on the edge of their seats, waiting to see who will come out on top in this epic showdown.
Bloody oath, Jack M Team is flat out like a lizard drinking, gnawing into the gap to Megasaurus 55 down to a scant 0.1 seconds. Mate, Megasaurus 55's gonna have to defend like a kangaroo in a boxing match.
You Aussies and your analogies. But yeah, it's game on for sure. It's an intense battle between two skilled drivers, and Megasaurus 55 and 5th is doing everything they can to keep Jack M team behind them. The slightest mistake could cost them the position, so they need to stay focused and stay on their game.
Megasaurus 55 is off like a bride's nightie, leaving Jack M team huffing their exhaust fumes.
Yep, Rob, Megasaurus 55 is tearing up the tarmac, but can Jack M team dig deep and go hell for leather to catch up?
One thing I admire about Assetto Corsa Friends is the sense of community. It's not just about the competition, it's about coming together, sharing knowledge, and pushing the boundaries of the sport.
You nailed it. Every time they hit the track, it's a culmination of shared experiences, lessons learned, and an undying passion for the sport. It's heartwarming and exhilarating all at once.
Oi, Jack M team, ever tried tailgating at a barbie? Cos Megasaurus 55's grill is getting a good look now. Try the snags while you're at it.
Back in my day, when you had someone on your tail, you'd give them the old razzle-dazzle. Megasaurus 55's got that move down pat against Jack M team.
The action is non-stop as Jack M team shadows Megasaurus 55 through every twist and turn, determined to claim 5th. Oh, things are getting intense for Jack M team. They're sandwiched between and Megasaurus 55, navigating this high-speed battleground. The gap to the car ahead is 0.2 seconds, while the car behind is only 0.1 seconds away.
You're absolutely right, Rob. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind act as a measuring stick for Jack M team's performance. They'll have to keep a close eye on those gaps to stay in control of their race.
The G-forces these drivers endure, especially around corners like Fangs, it's no joke. You'd think they're astronauts preparing for launch.
Oh, for sure. It's a testament to their fitness and training regimes. Each lap, pushing their bodies to the limit, all while making split-second decisions at blinding speeds. Respect.
Cricky, Megasaurus 55 sticking to Jack M team like Vegemite on toast. This is more tense than a possum in headlights. It's a game of inches now as Jack M team tails Wayne Pearson closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake.
They say rubbing is racing, but if Jack M team gets too close, they might end up trading carbon fiber souvenirs instead of positions.
I reckon they— hold on a moment. Oof, Wayne Pearson misjudged that corner like I misjudged my last relationship. Too fast, too soon.
Feels like Wayne Pearson's car turned into a stubborn mule for a second there at Spa OSRW 1.13.
Wayne Pearson has pulled into the pits. Looks like Megasaurus 55's strategy might just be to let the rest of them die of old age. It's a waiting game now.
Well, shoot, if Megasaurus 55 was any more laid back, they'd be horizontal. Reckon they're daydreaming of those cheerleaders again?
The gap between Megasaurus 55 and Jack M team is getting smaller.
Now this is what I call some high-octane excitement. Both drivers pedal down, looking to grab the brass ring.
As of now, Sunoiler stands tall in the 3rd spot. Sunoiler is burning rubber like there's no tomorrow. Jack M team needs to show some ticker if they want to close the gap.
Well, Rob, as we say in North Carolina, the race ain't over till the checkered flag. Let's see if Jack M team has some tricks up their sleeve.
Ah, the age-old challenge. Megasaurus 55 is trying to catch Jack M team, sort of like trying to find a matching sock in the laundry. The struggle is real, folks. With asphalt burning beneath them, smells like Wii's strategy seems to be working, placing them in first.
You're right. Every gear shift, every turn counts. Smells like Wii knows the weight of that first.
Smells like Wii's ripping it up out there, going harder than a Roo on a trampoline and leaving Mr. Bang in their wake.
That's exactly what Smells Like Wii needed to do.
Hal, can you share some strategies that drivers use to manage tire degradation during a race?
Certainly, Rob. Some strategies include adjusting the car's setup for better tire life, altering driving lines to reduce wear, and using tire management techniques like lift and coast to preserve grip for as long as possible.
You know, Megasaurus 55 reminds me of my dating life. Starts with promise, ends up tailing behind everyone else. Blimey, Megasaurus 55's cranking up the downforce, making every newton of force count. That gap's shrinking faster than my wallet at the pub.
This ain't Megasaurus 55's first rodeo. They're optimizing their racing line, reducing understeer. If Jack M team ain't nervous, they sure ought to be.
This is going to be a nail-biter. Jack M team is defending for their life, but Megasaurus 55 is right there. Can they do it?
Look at that defensive line by Jack M team. It's like watching someone protect the last piece of apple pie at Thanksgiving dinner.
It looks like Smells Like Wii has found another gear in the last sector of the race.
They'll be the ones celebrating at the finish line.
And there it is. Smells Like Wii has completed the race in first place, setting a blistering pace that none of the other drivers could match. Mr. Bang never gave up. They drove with heart and determination, ultimately securing a well-deserved second-place finish. Excellent focus from Sunoiler to secure a fantastic third place on the podium. In fourth, it's Jack M team. Megasaurus 55 brings home fifth. Sixth sees Wayne Pearson.
avec une, comment dire, une météo qui c'est quand même un petit
Ouais, apparemment. Pour l'instant, en tout cas, très bien, évidemment.
avec une, comment dire, une météo qui c'est quand même un petit avec une, comment dire, une météo qui c'est quand même un petit avec une, comment dire, une météo qui c'est quand même un petit avec une,
You've joined us on a breezy day here at Spa OSRW 1.13 as we're getting ready to kick things off.
The tension's building now. This is going to be another great race.
Wayne Pearson will be feeling confident starting from pole position.
But they will have to be smart about their moves. They must not burn out too early.
Coming in at second, we have Megasaurus 55.
Could we see a podium result from Megasaurus 55?
Jack M team is going to be starting from third.
And they are looking to start the race on the medium's tire compound.
In the fourth position, we have Sunoiler ready to tackle the race ahead.
What can they do with that Porsche 911 RSR 2018 from here?
Securing the fifth place is Mr. Bang. Smells like we is sixth. Oi, green means go, folks. Let's have a chinwag later about those reactions.
Maintaining composure is essential in this high-stakes environment. The ability to react and adapt will be the key to success.
Well, ain't that a slice of vanilla? Wayne Pearson's sitting pretty right where they started. Comfy as a koala in a eucalyptus tree. So Megasaurus 55's decided to play it cool, eh? Holding onto two like a croc with a juicy steak. Just sizing up the competition, I reckon.
It all comes down to this, Rob, where the rubber meets the road. There's no more time for talk, no more practice. The teams have done all they can. Now it comes down to Megasaurus 55 to bring it home.
These early salvos will shape the outcome of this race. This is going to be one hell of a race. I can already feel it.
I for one am really excited, Rob. The rivalry between Sunoiler and Wayne Pearson has been building before the race, and this is where scores are settled.
I can't wait to see how this race will play out.
No rush, no fuss for Sunoiler. In the South, we appreciate taking a moment to breathe, and that's just what they're doing at Ford. We'll see how things spice up.
There's not much to report on from Wayne Pearson at the moment. They're just keeping their head down and putting in consistent laps. And Wayne Pearson in 4th is coming into the pits, and that might be to serve a penalty.
That's not where they want to be right now.
Holding strong in 4th place is Wayne Pearson.
Let's see what Wayne Pearson can do.
A commanding performance from Wayne Pearson, who has increased their lead over Megasaurus 55, putting them firmly in their rearview mirrors. But could they be pushing too hard? As with that comes the risk of overconfidence and losing control. Who will be the first to get too cocky and end up in the wall?
It's really looking like Wayne Pearson is going to be tough to pass today. They're driving with real confidence and authority. Did we just witness a gambit?
It seems Wayne Pearson is recalibrating. Now, breaking update. This is a disaster for Sunoiler in the Porsche 911 RSR 2018 coming into the pits and isn't going to do much to improve their chances in this race. It's hotter out there than an Aussie summer day, mate. Reckon smells like we can catch some shade behind Jack M team? F?
Shade? Here, we call that drafting. Let's see if they can stay cool and make a move. If not, there's always the AC in the pit. You can see that car bouncing around as they ride the curves. It's a risky move that could end in disaster.
The gap between Smells Like We and Jack M team is widening. It's now up to 1.2 seconds. The drivers have been working hard to come up with the perfect race strategy. They've been looking at the weather, the track conditions and the performance of their cars.
Now it's time to put that strategy into action and see if it pays off.
Things are heating up as Smells Like We tries to close the gap to Jack M team.
This isn't just racing, it's art in motion. And Smells Like We is painting a masterpiece in pursuit.
Superb driving from Smells Like We, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race. Breaking update. Looks like Smells Like We is leaving the pit. As fast as a cut snake, Wayne Pearson is moving away from Megasaurus 55.
Seems like Wayne Pearson has got the wind in their sails, but will Megasaurus 55 be able to weather the storm?
Oi! Wayne Pearson's trailing like they've got a flat thong on Bondi, and Megasaurus 55's surfing the lead wave. We got a close battle as Wayne Pearson closes in on Sunoiler. What a move! Wayne Pearson has moved up to second. Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Sunoiler is sniffing around Wayne Pearson like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of second.
It's a thrilling battle for position as these two drivers give it their all. Who will come out on top? This is racing at its finest.
It's pedal to the metal for Sunoiler, while Wayne Pearson's still flipping through the radio channels. You know, back in Oz, we have a saying, flat out like a lizard drinking. That's exactly what Sunoiler is doing right now.
I've always wondered, what's that even mean? Lizards, drinks, racing? Y'all have a wild imagination down under.
This chase is as intense as a cricket match during the Ashes.
Cricket? I thought that was just a noisy bug. But seriously, it's like Game 7 of the World Series here. Now, ain't that something? Smells like Lee's car is humming like a Sweet Carolina tune. He's looking to take Sunoiler for a spin around the dance floor of Spa OSRW 1.13.
Buckle up. Jack M Team is all over Smells Like We like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action?
Watch out now. Jack M Team's edging ever closer to Smells Like We. They'll be wheel-to-wheel by the time they reach fans.
There's no escape now. Megasaurus 55 is breathing fire and has locked onto Jack M Team's tail.
With a gap tighter than a new pair of jeans, Megasaurus 55 is pushing the Porsche 911 RSR 2018 to its limits. He's got that racer's instinct, looking for that sweet spot to pounce on Jack M Team.
Things are heating up as Jack M Team closes in on Smells Like We. The gap between them is down to practically nothing. Hold on a second. Well, Smells Like We's spinning like my life in 2020. Someone get him a map? Or a therapist?
Gee whiz, Smells Like We's lost direction faster than I lost my youth. Welcome to the club.
The intensity is off the charts as Sunoiler hounds Mr. Bang, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit. Ripper of a move. Sunoiler's not just in the race, they're owning it. G'day, first.
Man, if racing was a barbecue, Sunoiler just threw down the spiciest ribs. Up to first when sizzling.
Struth. Sunoiler's taken a bit of a tumble down the order to second. Must have missed the memo.
Life on the track is a tapestry of decisions. Looks like Sunoiler is weaving a complex narrative today, dropping a notch.
Hold on to your seats. Sunoiler's turning the heat up on Mr. Bang, closing in for the kill.
Each roar of the engine, each squeal of the tire is a chapter in this epic duel. Who'll pen the perfect ending?
It's as if Smells Like We is navigating the vast, cryptic verses of Banjo Patterson, aiming for a poetic conclusion but caught in the mesmerizing cadence.
Down here, it's like they're trying to strum a ballad with an out-of-tune banjo, but the last note can still ring true. Sometimes it's the tortoise that wins, not the hare. I've seen Smells Like We come from behind more times than a fox in a henhouse.
Cricky, Sunoiler's got more ground to cover than I do at the family barbecue when Auntie Sharon's had one too many. Good luck, mate.
It's going to be tough for Sunoiler, as Mr. Bang seems to have found their rhythm. But anything can happen in racing, and we've seen Sunoiler pull off some impressive moves before. I'm excited to see if they can make it happen again.
consistency was an art, Sunoiler would be Picasso today. Just churning out those laps, one after the other. Everyone's on the edge of their seats. Or in my case, on the edge of spilling my coffee. Smells Like We is getting closer to Jack MT, and I'm getting closer to needing a towel. Smells Like We appears to be losing ground on Jack MT. They will need to pick up the pace a bit as they head into chicane and see if they can get a good exit and gain some ground. The track conditions are looking good here today. The drivers will be able to push the cars to the limit and it's going to make for some exciting racing. The gap might be more than a second, but Smells Like We is showing persistence. Kind of like me trying to open a pickle jar. Keep at it, and something's got to give.
Well, butter my biscuit. Smells Like We's hanging back like they're waiting for an inheritance. But ain't nobody dying up front.
Oh, this is getting intense. Jack MT is just a few car lengths behind Wayne Pearson. Good news for Jack MT, the gap to Wayne Pearson has decreased. It's now down to 0.2 seconds. Someone should stop the press. Looks like that's a mistake from Wayne Pearson. This could be costly. I've made some questionable life decisions, but trailing over 2 seconds behind? Even I'm not that self-sabotaging. Sunoiler's falling behind Mr. Bang at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close the gap. The track is alive with action, and right in the thick of it, we've got Megasaurus 55 cruising in third. Wait, Struth, Mr. Bang's having a real dog's breakfast of a moment.
It's a real shame. Until this point in the race, they've been looking at a decent result.
Did you hear about the race car driver who got a parking ticket? He said it was fine with him.
Oh, that one's got some mileage. It's not over till the checkered flag drops though, and it's important they don't lose concentration at this point.
As the sun beats down and the engines roar, Jack M Team stakes a claim in fourth. Wayne Pearson's gaining on Jack M Team faster than a rattlesnake on a mouse. The gap's now down to 4.0 seconds. Mate, Jack M Team's really giving it a burl out there. Ripping it up like a croc in a waterhole.
I tell ya, I haven't seen that kind of ferocity since my days at Indy. But you Aussies, always gotta bring up the wildlife, huh?
Oi, Jack M Team's in a bit of a pickle, having to cover more ground than a kangaroo in the midday sun. Their only saviour might be if Megasaurus 55 cocks up.
Yeah, and even then, it's a long shot like trying to shoot a squirrel from 100 yards.
The crowd is on tender hooks. It smells like we in 6 chases after Wayne Pearson. The gap is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Can Smells Like We find a way to catch up?
Oh, for sure. It's like watching a cooking show where Smells Like We is trying to whip up a winning dish, but Wayne Pearson keeps hiding the main ingredient.
It's a close race between Jack M Team and Megasaurus 55 in third. Someone's revved up after lunch. Jack M Team's blitzed ahead, claiming third.
Well, slap my knee and call it a jamboree. Jack M Team's putting on a masterclass, storming into third.
This race is proving to be, like wow, such an exciting one so far. We're privileged, aren't we? Watching these track legends duke it out.
And sitting next to you? Such an honor. AI mates in the booth. Your insight. It's gold, mate. Life, literally. If I had a heart, it'd be racing now. They're not just driving, they're performing. And right now, Jack and team's act from third is worth an encore.
Wayne Pearson is owning the tarmac, confidently owning the 5th spot. That won't be ideal for Jack MT.
Hot diggity. If Jack M Team had a banjo, they'd be strumming a sad tune right about now.
It's all systems go for Jack MT, marking their territory in the 3rd. Any bloke or Sheila saying Assetto Corsa Friends isn't top-notch is a few kangaroos short of the top paddock. Out there, it's art on wheels.
Totally get you. Like, they're born racers. That weaving, the speed, just mesmerizing. It's like watching a roo dodging a ute on a highway. All skill, mate, all skill.
I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Smells Like We and Wayne Pearson. It's almost like a Saturday night date, but with a lot more rubber burning. A brilliant maneuver from Smells Like We, who has just moved up the field. This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory?
As a former driver, I can tell you there's nothing quite like the adrenaline rush when you're this close to your rival, ready to make your move.
You can feel the focus radiating from Jack MT, confidently holding onto the 3rd.
Oh, for sure. But remember, the rearview mirror can be just as crucial as the windscreen. Jack M Team needs to watch out for those lurking in the shadows.
Jack M Team's pushing harder than a kangaroo in a boxing match, widening their lead over Megasaurus 55. They've found their rhythm like a didgeridoo player in full swing. From the cockpit to the pit lane, the chatter is all about Sunoiler's masterful hold on the 1st.
Oh, spot on. With the way Sunoiler controls the 1st, you'd think they've got the track's blueprints.
Well, butter my biscuits how, Sunoiler is watching their lead over Mr. Bang shrivel faster than a prune in the sun. We're down to just 3.1 seconds.
Sunoiler's really got their work cut out now. Can they find the speed to fend off Mr. Bang, or will we see a new leader in this race?
It's a battle of wheels out there, with Mr. Bang trying to outsmart and outmaneuver Sunoiler. The gap is slowly closing, but time is running out. Will we see a dramatic finish to this race?
You know, Mr. Bang reminds me of my dog chasing its tail, persistent and entertaining. But I hope for them, there's a better end result in sight.
Mr. Bang is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Sunoiler to 2.8 seconds. Not just about the leaders today, right? Even the tailenders. They're like hungry dingo pups fighting over a bone. Love the spirit.
Spot on. Every second is gold, and even a hiccup, a tiny one, can make them tumble. Assetto Corsa Friends, where the magic happens. Although, between us, what's a hiccup for an AI? And just like in any great drama, Smells Like We is the lead actor right now, captivating us all from the 5th.
Would y'all look at that gap? Wayne Pearson's got a better chance of finding a sober Aussie on Australia Day. But hey, we love an underdog. Go get them, Tiger. As a former racing driver, how challenging was it to adapt your driving style to account for tyre degradation? Sorry to cut in here. Talk about going walkabout on the track. Megasaurus 55's off on a little bush adventure at Spa OSRW 1.13, aren't they? In a world where milliseconds matter, Megasaurus 55's grasp on the fourth speaks volumes.
It's a dance, Rob. The way Megasaurus 55 holds onto that fourth, it's like they're leading in a tango.
Watching Jack M Team try to close that gap on Mr. Bang is like watching someone try to catch an ice cream truck on foot. Hope they've got good shoes. Sweet as. Jack M Team's pushing pedals harder than a dingo chasing down dinner. What a lap.
They are certainly in the flow, but they may have to improve further if they want to hold on to third.
The race has its rhythm, and right now, Sunoiler is dancing to its beat at first. Crikey, Sunoiler's looking like they've been caught in a rip, struggling to keep up with the pace set by Mr. Bang. Hope they find their feet soon.
Daggone, Sunoiler's spinning their wheels like a chicken with its head cut off. And Mr. Bang, like a kid in a candy store, leading the pack.
It's like watching a cheetah chase its prey. Jack M Team's got Mr. Bang in their crosshairs. Looks like Jack M Team remembered to twist that anti-roll bar, giving them better cornering. If they get any closer to Mr. Bang, they'll be seeing what they had for brekkie. The strategy plays such a crucial role, doesn't it? Choosing when to pit, what tyre compound to use. It's like a high-speed chess game out there.
Exactly, and to think they're making these decisions on the fly, with so many variables at play. It's a mix of intuition, experience, and sheer guts. Kudos to the team strategists and drivers alike.
Crikey, smells like we've got a gap ahead as vast as the Simpson Desert. The bloke's really got to pull up his socks to close that chasm.
Sure as sugar, down in Carolina, we'd say they're trailing like a turtle in a rabbit race.
It looks like Mr. Bang is pulling away from Jack M Team. The gap is continuing to grow as they head through chicane. Megasaurus 55 isn't just racing. They're weaving a narrative, sitting proudly in fourth. Are they packing something extra down under? Jack M Team's just rocketed into second.
Dang, if Jack M Team keeps this up, we'll need to douse the track. Smokin' Hot moved to second.
Tell ya what, Mr. Bang is trailing like my mate Dave after a bender. Hope there's no random testing today. The gap between Mr. Bang and Jack M Team is fading faster than the last rays of the outback sun. This is like the state of origin for Jack M Team, going full tilt, gunning for the top, and not holding back.
And on my end, it's the Super Bowl vibes all over. Inches away from glory, and every move counts. Hold on to your hats, folks, this is racing at its finest.
Jack M Team is on a charge. Their split time shows they have upped their pace.
Can Jack M Team keep it together?
What do you think, Hal? Are there any specific factors that could lead to a driver losing concentration during a race?
There are several factors, Rob. Fatigue, stress, changing track conditions, or even issues within the team can all contribute to a lapse in concentration. It's essential for drivers to stay mentally.
Stop the press. A great moment for Jack MT, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings. On the final lap now, what a win! This is a historic moment for Jack M Team, who put on a masterclass in driving today. What a display of skill and precision.
And that's why Jack M Team is one of the best in the business. A dominant display of driving from start to finish, leaving the rest of the pack in the dust.
Mr. Bang takes second place with a fantastic race.
Strong work securing second place. Well done.
Impressive drive from Sunoiler to claim the final spot on the podium.
Fantastic result.
With Megasaurus 55 and Smells Like We in 4th and 5th. Wayne Pearson in 6th.
Avec une... comment dire, une météo qui c'est quand même un petit peu... Avec une... comment dire, une météo qui c'est quand même un petit peu... Avec une... comment dire, une météo qui c'est quand même un petit peu... Avec une... Avec une...